Anyway, I do appreciate that this has the big warning when you turn it on. Hey, you want to like maybe turn off flashing? Which sure I will do. It's a good consideration to have. Anyway, this is Zexion. Here I'm not talking over the intro, so it's like voice actor during that. But yeah, this is a game that kind of came out of nowhere. Once this intro's over, I'd like to just like show you the credits because they are very short. But just indie game, legitimately one person doing everything. I don't know if I want to call it a fake NES game because it literally uses like an NES sound trip emulator for the music, and it gets the palette really well, but it does not respect the sprite limit. So let's see real quick. Yeah, here's the credits just right up front. That was them. And then here's some testers, and then here's like the software it uses that was used to make it in detail, which I appreciate. So there is like no marketing for this game at all. There is not even like a social media feed. I mean, there technically is, what has no posts. There is like one little trailer on YouTube. Everybody who plays when it came out just like saw it on Steam and thought, oh, that looks kind of neat and Metroidy, and picked it up. And it's kind of like just starting to get the hype train behind it because it is an incredibly good game. So I guess I'll start from the beginning. I might load my existing save at some point. And yeah, like, this is very much a labor of love sort of game. That actually looks very opa-opa. Anyway. We are not following the Metro tradition of having something over here. But, like, we're really wearing our practices on our sleeves. There's no getting the long beam, though. And you may notice that little charge-up thing. You don't have to hold the button to charge your gun up. It's just if you don't fire for a while, it will automatically start charging, which is kind. Is that a thing? No, that was just a rock. But yeah, very, very, very Metroid 1 specifically inspired. There are some twists on that. Like, I can do this. Very twin-stick controls. If you're wondering, okay, but what do I do about jumping while I'm doing this? You can jump with the A button, or you can jump with the left bumper, which, you know, in boss fights is kind of a nice option to have. And the boss fights in this game are a lot. Obligatory why can't Zexion crawl joke. Get that close. You'll also notice that as I kill these various creatures that are, you know, just native to this planet, I'm not getting power-ups from them. This game is slightly risky with that sort of thing. If there isn't a reason to drop something, it doesn't drop something. There's kind of an exception for the bass-dropping missiles. At least it, like, explains that in the, Can I look at that now? No. Yeah, I have a little status screen here. on the main menu screen, there's a little like lore book which has the names of everything and little like descriptions of them, explaining that like no, your missile launcher doesn't just like have missiles falling out of things. It's just like it can synthesize missiles out of certain materials and will mark them in your HUD to show that's how it works, which is a cute little detail I like. Another thing is, I have a map, kind of. Specifically, I have a 7x7 area around me map that I can look at. There's a power-up later that gives you the whole thing, but at first you just have to, like, you know, have some awareness of your surroundings as you're exploring around. But yeah, as a rule, like, animals will not give you treasure in this game. I could take those down with the rocket if I had one. Oh, that felt like using. Save points heal you, though. And right now, this is already opening up a bit. It'll be easier when I switch to my actual save to show it off, but the map design in this game is really, really good. It is, you know, a Metroidvania. It does have some degree of, you know, get new tools, be able to do more stuff with them. We also just use Mega Man boss doors, just straight up. I could have more missions coming in here. Also, like, messed up that I'm used to having, like, 20 power-ups I don't have right now. And why is my phone ringing? So, oh no, I died during the boss fight. I'm gonna have to go all the way back to my save point, aren't I? And no, I am not. This game is friendly like that, and will give you a checkpoint for every boss. For argument's sake, I did it on purpose. So, even just as a little, like, tutorial boss, this is kind of a lot. Robots and stuff will give you energy, because that makes sense for robots to have inside them. Faster than die. You can get a quick clear on this and skip the second quarter if you take both those down in time. But yeah, like, things have more than one phase as a rule in this. It would have been better if I'd, like, got my moves back faster. But yeah, not a hard boss. And here's our first thing. There's a few influences on this besides the original Metroid. There's also, like, a room later on that's like just the moving trap from Mega Man 2, straight up. There is a wall jump later. But yeah, as I was saying about exploration, is like they do kind of, like, corral you in early on here and force you onto one path. But for the most part, when you get new exploration tools like this slide here, it's not that, like, oh, now you can get to the area that was gated by the slide. It's that you can get through the area you were already in much more, like, quickly and efficiently, and find shortcuts. And the actual map is, like, super wide open. So, like, from right here, for instance, I can keep wandering off this way towards the save point I already used. I can slide into that little fish tunnel from before, and there's a whole area I can go that way. I believe I can go up somewhere in here, or I can go down here. And it's just the sort of game where it's like, you know, whatever bosses you start with are going to be kind of rough, and then something you save for later will be easier. And I really appreciate that kind of design. You don't see it too often. Here, though, I can't go this way at the moment. Oh, crumbly floor. So here's the other thing about this game. As I fall down here. Oh, yeah. Oh, there's this boss first, right? I forgot this boss. You'll notice me, like, just taking a lot because I shouldn't be taken, because, I'm used to having a much better jump. It's not exactly the Elgin Tower, but close enough to it, and I'm going to need to learn that I don't have it again. But again, generous checkpointing for bosses. Also, before I start engaging with this, I'm just going to sit there, because the lore entry for this boss, this is like someone's cool suit of power armor that they actually died while wearing, but it has an automated defense system, and is going to just start attacking. Secretly, this game has super cool world building. I'm also stuck using the starter gun here, which I don't normally do. Okay, now my missiles are full, and I have at least a wall jump. Okay, that's something. It is a nice kind wall jump too. So I could go off that way, just some stuff, or I can go hook around to this thing that I was just looking at. It also gives you a free checkpoint after fighting a boss too, which is nice. So I can come up here. Oops, didn't find that right. I've also gone down there. There's a lot of just, you know, sitting around the world power-ups to top you off, since monsters are dropping them. Oops. Gun turret in the corridor. That is just back down to where I just was. But also, there's a save point there, so yeah. Can't quite make that jump up there. Where am I going to go then? Try and find a particular little plotty thing. Where I was going this way before I go into that boss room. Having extra jump height and then losing it really messes with your muscle memory. Where was I going? Let's see if I can go this way. Another bit of Mega Man-iness is I can't swim, but I jump a little bit better underwater. I'm actually very angry. Take more missiles. Hasn't through that wall yet. You know, we can kill this fish. Okay, that's fine. Not a boss, so will try to, I think, at least get that missile and then duck out of that area. Ideally avoiding aggroing the fish. Several things in this, you know, won't start attacking until they, like, properly see you. So, light bit of stealth. Those will also eat smaller fish. What that little death sound was. Okay. Or, okay, no, it was that flower shooting, I think. One of those. So jump out of here. But yeah, the music and like the mostly black backgrounds are very, very authentically NES-y, and then the bosses are just like, I'm going to shoot you with 5 million things. Which kind of works. And that water service is very good. Like, someone done studied the classics here. Back over here, okay. And my current progress save, I put off that whole flooded area for the longest time. Where I went instead. If you want to show off again the one thing. Down there. This might be it. Or is this just really back this way? I haven't put a lot of time with this off camera. Oh, here we go. It's down here. That's how I first got in here. And can't go that way at the moment, so... Need those, but you know. Ah, here we go. There's a lot of this stuff in this game. So if you recall from the intro, while this is a very Metroid-like game, it is not like I am this one bounty hunter hired to come in here and deal with this threat. It's like there is a really important resource, and a lot of people are after it. So there's like at least 4 different major factions just all running around in here. I don't have that yet, but I can soon. Here's the little map room. That will help me get around a bit. So here I can see the whole map of the game. It is of a size. So there's one corner. Another. This is, of course, the Zexion that I am searching for. And that's it. So, I've also got a nice little save point tucked under here. And, oh. I meant to point out, when you're using one of these, it will mark things very nicely. There's some missiles there. There is some missiles there. Another save point, energy tank. Advanced technology of some kind. Check marks for things that have already picked up. So let's see. Can I do the cool thing? I don't think I can. Holy cow, first try. There's a lot of things like this where doing some really cool platformer trickery, I managed to get that missile just now. I tried that like 10 times when I was first here, and then ultimately just came back when I had like actual power-ups. Set this down, okay. Okay, you'll wait for later. So this is one of our not space pirates. They are a mercenary group called the Hellscar Blades. You can sneak past them like this, or you can have a little mini boss fight against them to get missile tanks out of them. For now, I'd like to save it because that doesn't count as an actual boss, frankly, and I don't want to lose this missile I just got. That was like a 1 in a million lucky jump timing there. Back for that one after I go save it, and it's over here. Also handy. And while I'm here, there's a boss right here, so that's not a boss, that's just homage to a certain pipe. This looks boss roomy. What do we got? Oh, this thing. So this gets a little bit easier after you're taking some of these off of it, because first of all, it can't shoot me in those directions now. But also, you'll notice it goes a little bit slower now because it gets pushed when it fires those. And now it's kind of being pushed towards the floor when it fires those. Big death charge towards me, and that's why I saved this to the end. This will push you on crates. This is the second weapon. It is shotgunny, and like that boss, it you know has pushing power. So let me just explore the rest of this room. Also, you'll notice that the map color and my HP bar changed to match the weapon I'm using, which is a nice little touch. So yeah, I can, for instance, now shove this over here, unblock that pipe first. Oops, ow. Let's go back up here. Oh, I need more missiles first, actually. Hang on. There's a little cache of them in here, wasn't there? Save that and get that sixth one that I have. These guys are actually kind of hard. I think you need that over there to make that jump. Oh, it's 7. Okay, right. And then I missed this whole thing. Bounce, and let's do this. Hey, yeah. They also have missiles. It can be a little bit rough. We'll save that again. And from here I have options. I can go up there and explore for more stuff, or I can go down here. I saw that get pushed bit by my shot. That's the thing that happens to those. Oh, hello. Not bad at fighting at this point, but they're hard initially. Healing thing. These are cute. These little machines will at least try. I can push these out of the way to assemble various modular parts into robots. So here's a big laser tank thing on a hover thing. Here's me getting killed by stuff. Just get out of here entirely, thank you. Ooh, navigation room. Alright, so down here, there's a little, like, underwater power core thing. I just saved it, right? Let's see if I can actually do this. There's a lot of this stuff where, like, I can do this really, really difficult dexterity challenge now, or I can come back here when I have the ability to just, like, move underwater, and this is fine. Ow. Almost on top of the thing I want. Okay. Get in there. Oh, just one jump. I can't. Okay. Another. Wow, I did it the first try thing. Yeah, a lot of that sort of design in this, where it's like, here, this is really, really hard to do now, but you can try it if you're good, or you can just come back when you have full power-ups later. Also, I have to get out of here now. Oh, that works. Okay. Actually, really good for doing that. Save. Actually, look at the map. I think this leads to the next little cutscene thing. And I would like to point out this game is currently on sale for like $13, and it is very worth it. You'll notice, like, it's been a bit since I've been, like, actually blocked by something. Like, very wide open pathing. That. It's like these little zoomy tubes. There aren't a lot of those, like, missile container things, but there's some. This does kind of require this weapon. And let's see, can I actually get after that? No, I can't. Should be topped off. Switch back to this one, shoot that, because this only goes that far. Just top off missiles, so it should be fine. They're a pretty active presence. So I just learned something. Missiles kill spikes. I could have also just come around this way, I suppose. Set this to get out of here afterwards if I want to. Here's our one obligatory great pushing thing. Just do this. Game does not in fact turn to Sokobon, it's just a one-time thing. Hello. I'd like to place at least long to show off the proper, like, here's the main point of the game is, and so. Maybe one of the first really memorable bosses. Then I might jump to my further into the game save file. Ooh. I have dropped down below the foliage and can spy on these goings on. It's not a cutscene. I can just, you know, run around and ignore people if I want to. I am doing stealthy things. But yeah, this little squad like shows up through the entire game doing stuff. Sometimes you fight them. Sometimes they just show up and steal your stuff. Sometimes you find one of them fighting a boss and, you know, having to run away, and then you have to fight the boss. It's a good times. Anyway, I'm no longer in secret observation mode. That was kind of a one-time thing. Let me check all this out for myself. There are, as is often the case in games, 4 keys blocking this door to the precious, precious Zexion. I will have to find a way to get to them. And to that. More HP good, so let me start with that. Ooh, soft diggy dirt. Soft diggy my face as well. Just back around here, okay. That's far as I can get for now. I think. And usually it's just that, like, it takes you back to, like, the start of an area that you've already been to. It's just, here's a nice little shortcut out. Etrianos has that very similar design that way. What's this? There's a passage that is handier from the other direction. So this is like not a straight upgrade over my starting weapon, because again, like, it's very, very good if you're in a crowded room and you need to push something around, but it has a short range and doesn't fire nearly as fast as this does. And personally, I prefer the third weapon to both of these for most of my run around times. Save point and a little, like, hot spring. If this was actually Metroid, this is where you would, you know, top off your HP and missiles. It's not, so this just sucks. So many bugs everywhere. These spiders are awful because they do this. You would note as you're breaking on the first one. Aha! So here's like staying just out of range of this, so you probably need to switch to the other one. To the other jump button. The webs actually damage you, but they do slow you down a lot. And that goes your shooting speed. Am I through that particular awful hell gauntlet? No, not really. It was cool. Okay, here's something interesting. We got these purple little bees. These do drop healing items. Because they're electrically infused from something over there. And when I eventually get over there, there's like a big power core, and they just like go over to it and like suckle on it a little bit and head out that shaft. Like next right here. And they go back that way, and the cycle continues. Okay, this I think is the boss I really want to show off first. This is just a great set piece here. This guy's not having the greatest time. I forgot how long that fire lasted for. Let's go out. That. Once again, I am not using missiles yet because I know that fights tend to get harder towards the end. Like when that happens. That's finally over. Oh no. No. Get off me, okay. Here. It's not that hard to fight. I can just like refresh my memory from like yesterday. Okay, well that's finally dealt with. Oh, of course. Side tunnels wherever they are. Here I could make use of the fact that I have that charged up first shot. My. This whole fight though is more of an endurance race than anything. Get off. No. And of course, the robot. I might use missiles here. The only one. Okay. Finally over. And here's a save point. Or is it? Save points heal you, so naturally these shots have energy in them. This game has that kind of logic going. Plus makes this a very easy fight. Okay. Never gonna see it happening again, hopefully. And by which I mean you fight it like 5 times over the course of the game. Now. These are also interesting to me, really. They will, you know, shoot little pollen chunks up like that. And that's annoying, so I would like to take this out. But then that happens. that is a pain to deal with, and I'm wondering, can I get some sort of alternate weapon to deal with that more easily? Also, there is a special little thing you can get if you fight this boss from this direction the first time you fight it. Well, I mean, that's the first time, like, any time you fight it. But it's not like the boss can come back. What to do about that? And this connects back around to this tunnel that I was already in. And very, like, Nazi shortcutty. And my cat needs something. Also, that was a pretty good taste of the early game. So let me, real quick, get him something. Let you watch the intro loop a bit while I do so. Meow. I'm getting something right now. Let's go. Let's go. So he has some treats. And while I'm out here, let's poke around the database a little bit. We've got these little, single text box descriptions of just the whole concept of, like, finding this advanced technology and what Zexion is, and, map points and save points, and these keys, and energy tanks, and healing items, and, missile tanks, and other healing items. And our weaponry, such as this here machine gun, there are bombs later, my missile launcher, that little slidey thing I have, which we're techno-babbling up, my cool new spread gun and wall jump boobs, and stuff that I have in my other save file, and I've already seen these things. The snake weapon is really fun. A couple things to upgrade. I've got like half the stuff. We've also got a little bio of our protagonist. Not a lot to it. And this is like the only text in the game, is in the intro and here. Otherwise it's all doing the nice little show don't tell thing. We've also got some descriptions of some of these biomes that we've seen. I have not been to a lot of parts of the map yet. And then, just some, like, explanation of the whole big old space opera setting. There's our home planet. There's the big space lips that are going to eat our home planet. or storm, if you prefer. There's some kind of galactic alliance. There's some kind of weird ancient socialist technology behind. There's the Hellscar Blaze, which is such a fun name to say. And the Kataril Empire, which is the other major faction. And there was a big, huge war because Zexion is really powerful. And so it's banned, basically. And then there's also, various critters with their various descriptions. Yeah, there's that one boss where it's kind of a grim backstory to it. And that one we've seen. And these, which can combine other ways besides these three configurations, which is kind of neat. And there was that thing. And there's, various other, like, very, very, very inspired Metroid things. And there's some other variations on these evil mercenaries. Slight spoiler, but yeah, there's the one little green guy that was in the little cutscene things, and at one point you really beat him in a fight, and this little tiny, like, little brainy guy that's, like, the size of his head pops out and runs away, and it's just like, oh! Who knew? And his big friend, and some other stuff that I have dealt with that you have not seen yet. A fair bit of it. So on that note, let me jump into my proper save. Just a bit farther on, I have the actually see the map power up, which is a pretty good one to have. There's where you start. There's a big ocean here that I was just exploring around in. Here's the surface I'm going to try to get to, because the surface is neat. There's this big, huge central shaft running through everything that works very well as a shortcut to get to places. There's that precious Zexion still right there. And I don't think I remember to show them off, but those 4 keys do get marked on the map in various places. Like here. It's pretty close to where I am-ish. Yeah, I got some new stuff. One bit of new stuff I have is swimmy jets. Those are handy. And my various weapons. This has gotten upgraded a bit, so looks shinier. This has more range. This is a snake. You just kind of shoot this out and go directly. It is a lot less handy as a gun because it shoots this fast. Which is less than ideal. Faster if it's, hitting stuff, not much faster. But it, like, can be directed anywhere. Okay, this is what I had that it was throwing off my jumping timing, by the way. So wait, is there a little sneaky tunnel down here? Well. Okay, this is not the best time to show that off. Oh, that's how this drill. It's kind of fun to use. I have no quarrel with these swordfish. Maybe not be said for them and me. Here's a big, like, ocean vessel belonging to the mercenaries there. It's very, very well guarded, and I can sneak on board it in various places. There's a little, like, stealthy bit in here. If I'm spotted, it's going to go badly. Because they will lock everything down, and also, like, I'll get attacked by basically infinite guys. If I'm careful. Mind that ceiling camera, I can just kind of middle gear through here. Yes? Did I come up here for a second? No, for a second. Hi. Okay, and while I pet my cat, here's my equipment so far. My 4 weapons, some power-uppy things for the basic gun. My various energy tanks and missiles and whatnot. My slidey thing, my wall jumpy thing, my swimmy thing. My little jetpack when I'm jumping thing. Yeah, the sneaky bits are a bit little EG-like, especially with the 2 factions fighting each other on top of you. Oh, the rocket slide, I have to show that off at some point. That's fun. There's my little map thing. I've got a third of the stuff so far. Gotta hide behind this crate here. That crate didn't move. Your thing things. It's fine. Hi. This is not the greatest time for you to get up on the desk. Can I get comfy somewhere? Right there. We can put your tail on my drink again. Okay. Slipped in a bad way. Okay, that is one of the, extra elite ones. I really don't want to get inside that guy. sea tank. Let's back outside. You know, for now, that might be enough. Oh, hello. Forgot you were here. And then they set up a bunch of alarms. It's a whole thing. So let me save my plundered E-tank, because that was actually kind of harrowing. I know if Mark's gonna go scream at there's some other stuff on that little ship to nab. Doesn't have some, like... Yeah, the Valar. There's a nice sense of how to name things in this game, I find. You know, right, I was gonna hook up the snake, wasn't I? Maybe not here. There's a few ways onto this. The one is these big doors here. Because they are doing some kind of, like, grilling thing with this. Mwah. Mwah. So many jellyfish. So many cat butts in front of my monitor, too. I guess just the one, but it's really there. Hi. What do you need? I get you treats. I'm petting you like crazy. What do you want? What do you want? Need more attention? Do you need a drink? Do you need a kind treat? You just need both of my hands petting you? Okay. I guess I'll pet you for a while then. This good? This cat, like, didn't have the quietest purr ever. He was right behind the microphone. You'd be hearing it right now. Let me do this thing. I almost have one of the 4 keys already. From one of the many, many, many cool set PC bosses. I forgot there's an item counter in there. I think I have 71 out of 150 things, counting every, like, missile tank and such. Wanna get down? There you go. Wanna take a nap? So I'd love to nap. Maybe? No? You wanna go get yourself a drink? Yeah? Honey. Let's go get a drink. Or not. Your call. Okay. So, where was I? Alright, this is the Silver Rock that was blocking the start of the game. So I can go back to my little shift to save there if I want to. Explore up here. I have not been. Oh! I'll take a random missile, sure. It's also, I think, not the worst place to show off. Where's a nice flat to the ground so you can show off the rocket slide. I can show off this one, I guess. As I was saying, down below the jellyfish here, and I love the way the color fades like that. And then here's the big drill thing. And it scoops up the rocks, and then it goes back up. Now, I can just ride along with it. Now. Wahaha. Now sleep. They are crushing down the raw resources to make new powers for themselves. This game has like really excellent world building like that. Okay. Back outside. Tougher ones. Not the tough S ones. Let's see. Going. Yeah, it wasn't spotted. Hold on. Oh, but let's take it back up there. And this, I'm assuming, is just the way to the back door there. There's something above me. I can show up here. I can't. Rocket slide time. Oh, right, this is something that I'd want to slide into. You can just like go super fast for as long as you want to, as long as you can slide. Ooh, handy. The good stuff is over there. Just take some back out of here. Who's that? Hurt. Ow. Ooh, jackpot. So many missiles. Hey. Hey. Here's mine. It's probably the best thing to jump the snake. Get drilled. So here's our like really obvious Samus tribute boss. Just somebody else who's also on this ship stealing stuff. Let's see. I will fight with something more real, I think. Jerk. Jerk, I say. And yes, the breathing that collision won't hurt me. You know, one more try. You're kind of distracting me. Yeah, hard bosses, but like very, very generous respawn points, so it works out. I don't even need these missiles very much. Okay. Stay out. a cool tank thing back here. Healing and slide blade. Nice. Also some stats on Phantom. Okay, I will take that prize. I think I'm also near another, like, cool set PC boss. But yeah, there's just so much, like, little, like, again, very, very space opera-y world building just in, like, every boss encounter in the game, pretty much, of some kind. They really, really like the kind of, like, you're fighting this thing, and then this other thing comes in. Or something, or two things are fighting, and then you come in. Or combination of the two, and I think I'm near one of the best places to show that off. Let's go up here and then to the left, I think. Very call for those Let's Plays. Make. Something over here. Hello. Don't mind me. Don't mind me. I should also actually, like, tap off on my missiles because I just fired, like, 50 of them. Place to do that right up here. All that. Hold it down until it's done. It's kind of cute. Oh, it's up in here. Okay. So did I remember to save it? I don't recall if I did. So let me double check that. This is looking familiar. This connects back outside. And I can come up here. Wait, what are you running from? Oh! Something horrible happened over here with our little shaky possessing friend. Just some light body horror, it's fine. Yeah, it's fine. So much fire, though. Every weapon has its place. You again. Do I try the tank or do I do the full fight again? Okay, so you're good. That's fine. Yeah, so this like Granny Goop, the NES probably couldn't handle that. Those little slight napkins we have to get. animation for that. It's like a little shake. Can you stay here? Okay, there we go. Boss fight over. Something. Uh-oh. Please let me go. And there's that connecting to the crew there. Unfortunately, they also don't like me. But maybe I'll check what's the right thing for this sort of thing. This 10-meter boss. Nice. All of those. Great. Inside of this is... Actually, I don't know. Ah. Even more gun for my gun. Cool. So yeah, like, so many great set pieces in this game. Like that one. Not all of them involving the, like, horrible possessing thing, but, you know, some of them. Where'd this go? I will show some of the games too tonight, just as soon as this stuff being so rad of a game. Spooky vibes. Stuff's broken. Spooky abyssal ocean. Fun. Also magma. It's almost like these things don't like me, you know, invading their environment and attacking them. Also violating personal space. Some has to be like drillable or something. Or I can use this for this purpose of like, okay, where is there a like hidden gap in the floor? Just trace along. Surely here. No? Why did I shoot the shark? That was just bad playing on my part. But yeah, this is a whole other area here, which I'll explore on my own time. So yeah, Zexion, like, amazing game. And again, like, currently on sale right now this week for like $13. It is the sort of thing I would love to have on the Switch, but it's also the sort of thing that like one person did with a bunch of free software. So hopefully it happens eventually, but I'm not holding my breath on it.